Hi everyone, welcome to the Craft.io platform. In this video, I'll be showcasing the Craft.io Salesforce integration, which enables product teams to drive collaboration by connecting customer insights with product development. I'll walk through how to set up the integration between Salesforce and your Craft.io feedback portal, map the relevant fields, and visualize customer account data across feedback requests. First things first, you'll need to go to your Craft.io feedback portal and enter into your settings via the cog in the top right-hand corner. Please note, you'll need to be an administrator in the feedback portal in order to configure this new integration. In your settings, click Integrations in the navigation menu on the left, and click Setup next to the Salesforce icon. This will produce a callback URL, so make sure to copy this as you'll need this for the next steps. Now we'll move to Salesforce. In the settings on the top right in Salesforce, go to your Setup. This may also be labeled Advanced Setup depending on your UI. In the navigation menu on the left, enter into the App section in Platform Tools. Click App Manager, and then click New Connected App in the top right-hand corner. You'll now click Create a Connected App before clicking Continue. Please note, you'll also need the relevant user role within Salesforce to be able to administer this integration. On this page, you'll need to enter data into a few of the following fields. In Connected App Name, you'll name your app, for example, Craft.io. And this will assign a label for the API. Next, provide a contact email. The remaining fields in this section are not mandatory. Now you'll move to the actual configuration. Tick the Enable OAuth Settings checkbox, and this will open up some fields for you to complete. You'll need to enter the callback URL from Craft.io, which I showed earlier in the video. Next, you'll need to select your available OAuth scopes. You'll need 4 of these, which are Full Access, Manage User Data via APIs, Manage User Data via web browsers, and Perform Requests at any time. You can add these in via the arrows. Make sure to now tick both the Enable Client Credentials Flow checkbox and click OK, and the Enable Refresh Token Rotation checkbox. Next, in the Run As, select the relevant administrator user who will be running the API. In this example, I'll be using my user. Scroll down and click Save. You now need to access your consumer key and consumer secret to facilitate the connection to Craft.io. Click Manage Consumer Details, and you'll need to authenticate with a code before accessing and copying the relevant details on this page. We need to configure a few more policies before the integration is complete. On the application page itself, click Manage on your integration. And subsequently, click Edit Policies. You'll be able to set the permitted users as per the company preference in this drop-down here. And under Session Policies, you'll need to assign a token timeout as needed. I'll be opting for the 2 hours option, which is recommended for this integration. In the client credentials flow, assign the relevant user for the API, as we did previously, before clicking Save. The next step is to return to your Craft.io Salesforce integration setup and continue through the sections. You'll need to name your connection, and you'll need to provide the Salesforce URL, which can be accessed by searching for My Domain in your Salesforce instance. You'll also need that consumer key and consumer secret we copied before from Salesforce. Click Continue to progress. And once the initial connection is in place, you'll need to map your fields. You'll see on screen a list of fields available to map between Craft.io and Salesforce. The key fields relate to the size and value of customer accounts, and terminology is flexible within the tool to reflect the varied definitions across different organizations. For example, size may reflect a certain status of a customer, such as the current number of licenses, or the potential, such as the total number of employees. In your field mapping, you can select the relevant Salesforce field on the left to map into your corresponding Craft.io field on the right. Please note that only those fields of the same type will come up in the list. For example, a single select field in Salesforce will map to a single select field in Craft, and the same for numerical, free text, and so on. I'll now associate my Craft.io fields with the Salesforce fields. In future enhancements, teams will be able to map additional fields from Salesforce and create custom Craft.io feedback portal fields directly in this view to support the mapping. Click Continue and choose your preferred sync. Here you can choose your preferred sync, in addition to finding any custom queries for pulling across records from Salesforce, if relevant to your process. For a seamless integration experience, we highly recommend choosing the automatic sync, which I'll do here, before clicking OK. Your Salesforce account is now fully integrated with Craft.io. Let's go see it in action. Let's have a quick look at the company users in my feedback portal settings. This list of companies has synchronized from Salesforce with those field mappings around value and size that we saw before. This means that when submitting new feedback items, you can use this company field to choose the relevant customer account using data synchronized from Salesforce. I'll create a new example item now to demonstrate this. I'll click Add Feedback. And I'll create a new feedback item. I'll select a company in the drop-down list and click Submit. The value and the size of the company will be captured within the feedback record once created, and feedback teams can quickly view more details by clicking the company attached to the record on the feedback item itself. When these pieces of feedback are connected to your product backlog, either by promoting or connecting feedback to an epic or feature, the total value of your feedback items will be visible. You can use the 3 dots on the feedback item itself to connect or promote your items to your product backlog. I'll promote this now. I'll move to the product backlog briefly to demonstrate this. I'll click on the three dots, and I can enter directly into connected items here. This is the newly created work item itself in the workspace, and I can see all connected feedback via the feedback icon in the panel. As you can see, the total value of all associated feedback items is captured here. If multiple pieces of feedback are associated with a single item, the total value will also aggregate. Overall, this integration breaks down silos and brings customer context into every product decision, enabling teams to prioritize requests based on customer value, align roadmaps with high-impact opportunities, and make smarter, data-driven decisions about what to deliver next. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.